Oh, boy. Okay, we're going to
1963.
talk about some of the behind-the-scenes stuff.
So far, we've met penguins.
Yes, stinky penguins.
Tamandua, a fennec fox.
A tamandua, which was an anteater.
A South American anteater.
Yeah, and now we're meeting
and a hedgehog. Don't forget the hedgehog.
Oh, and the hedgie.
Who is still alive at last check.
Holy moly. Okay there, little cat.
So the gas that you are hearing right now is because we actually have an African serval.
Y'all just robbed Africa of all the animals.
I'm fine with that. I love Africa. It's my favorite place in the world.
So it looks like a mini.
Well, what could they bring in
that's a mini cheetah?
What can you bring in that's indigenous to the United States? Buffalo? I mean, they got to bring in animals from Africa.
So
this is what? What is this?
This is an African serval, and they are a medium-sized cat, just a little bit smaller than a cheetah, and they actually are built for speed similarly as a cheetah. They can run about 50 miles per hour compared to a cheetah that would run around 65 to 75 miles per hour. 50 miles per hour. But what I think is more BA than that is the fact that if they see a prey, like a bird flying in the air, they can jump between 7 and 15 feet up in the air and catch it with his paws and drop back down to the ground. That blows my mind. And when you see how high they can jump, it's like it kind of takes your breath away. And cheetahs definitely can't do that. They're not really built to jump straight up. They're built to be able to run forward very quickly. Another really amazing thing about them is their eye spots in the back of their ears.
Yeah,
they're
white
called
things.
eye spots. Now, the reason for that is because when they're going through the African savanna, their cubs are going to be following them. And when they have those eye spots, it's easy for them to look up, being pretty small in that tall African grass, and see those white spots and go, oh, that's my mama. That's who I follow. Also, tigers have that as well, and it could be a way to be like, that no matter what direction they're facing, it looks like there's eyes, so a predator would kind of back off.
Yeah.
He just hissed at our cameraman, Nick.
Yeah.
Did he?
He got too close with the camera.
Yeah, he didn't like that camera.
He just went down on his stomach and hissed.
Yeah, let them touch the animals.
Let's guess what it is. Let's guess.
Next animal.
What is
like a
this?
It looks like a pig, kind of. A pig
It's a sloth porcupine.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
I can't even begin to.
Porcupine, honey badger don't play. I don't know what that is.
This is one of my. I actually just spent time with this animal for the first time when we did film at the Dallas Zoo. This is a South American porcupine. They're also called a prehensile-tailed porcupine. But exactly, that's the main thing that's different between others is that they have a prehensile tail. So just like I was talking about with the tamandua, they have a tail that can wrap around, and that kind of assists them when they're going through the trees because they absolutely love to travel around in the trees.
He has a pig face, and he's eating peanuts, and he doesn't have thumbs.
So this is Nigel, and he is absolutely gorgeous. He has really short quills that do not shoot out. Porcupine quills do not shoot out like
Never?
Here. I've never seen a porcupine just like,
Why did we think they do?
TV really confuses us a lot of the time, thinking that animals live in certain places or have interactions with other animals or look a certain way, but that is not true. Is if you bump into them or if they get scared, they'll first use those quills as a defense to look big and scary. If they're still not scary enough, they'll shake the quills, and then they also have a smell, so they're pretty much packed to be defensive.
Can you imagine having a
Nice meeting you,
quill?
Nigel. Now, what in the hell is this?
I have 2 porcupines.
He's got the poof.
It's another porcupine?
It's a hipster porcupine.
This is like a porcupine in drag right now.
I hope you're watching Kid TV because
Yeah,
this is
right.
crazy.
This is the coolest looking animal I think I've ever seen.
It's like Porky Pig made it up with a porcupine.
No, he's a hipster. Look, he's even got the hipster hair going.
Yeah.
Later today, when you get to, I know people in the car are mad. And I ain't gonna listen anymore. I can't see.
I know.
Look it up on Kid TV.
This is cool. So what is this?
I brought 2 different porcupines in because we have this idea that there's only one porcupine, the North American dude. Okay, well, there's also an Indian crested porcupine, and then this is an African crested porcupine. They get their name crest because of this awesome mohawk that I wish I could have.
Yeah.
And then that's the South American porcupine. And I wanted to show people that there's not just one species of one animal. Okay, there's various ones that are dispersed throughout the world, and they have specific adaptations to help them survive in the habitat that they had to evolve in. So that's why I wanted to bring both of these so you could see the dramatic difference. This is an arboreal porcupine, the prehensile tail. This is a ground-dwelling one that's going to be more, they're both herbivores, but he's going to spend more time crawling around the African savanna and digging for roots and vegetables and such. Now, not so much going to be climbing in trees.
Stephanie, do they have deodorant for porcupines? Because they have a BO
God,
smell.
I wish they did.
That is a strong BO smell.
So the crazy thing about porcupines is it is actually me.
No,
I'm pretty smelly too.
Deodorant on, but it does smell like human BO.
They do smell like human BO, and that is because they pee on themselves. They pee on themselves first of all
shout out
to any predators, other animals would be like, ooh, you smell nasty. You don't want to eat things that smell nasty unless you're like a carrion or a eater, like a vulture.
All right, what's next?
I think something big is coming. This is the last
This is my favorite. We are bringing in a Caribbean flamingo.
Oh, wow.
Again, another stinky animal. When we go to Disney World every year and go to the animal, the safari, we drive by the flamingos and we're like, ooh, because you can smell the shrimp.
Yeah.
So there's several different types of flamingos, just like the porcupines. You have lesser, you have greater, you have Caribbean. In general, all flamingos are pink, but that's because of what they eat. There's a thing called keratin, and it sounds like keratin, like the fingernail thing, but it's spelled differently. And it is within their shrimp and a lot of the food they eat, and that provides them with the pinkish orangish coloration. Now, if they don't eat that, flamingos are white.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and when
really?
they're born, they have the downy feathers that are kind of grayish white, and then as they get older, they get pinker.
If they eat bananas, will they turn yellow?
I wish.
No.
You can't even put dye or anything like blue dye and change any other color.
I bet somebody's tried that.
Yeah, you have to be able to feed them and see that their beak is curved, and that's because they're a filter feeder. They put their mouth in the water, and their head, his face, their beak is curved so that their eyes can be always up looking for predators like crocodiles there in Africa, or in Caribbean, they have their alligators. And when they eat, they kind of just, and they suck up all the food, and they shoot out the excess water. Getting back to the food at the zoo, they can feed these pellets that you guys are feeding them, and normally they're wet too. But they have to provide them with a nutrient, or like a vitamin almost, called rosanthan red, and that is what gives flamingos in zoos their pink coloration.
We're going to have the flamingo pick.
Shrimps are actually quite expensive for zoos, so they do give them something that dyes them that pink color, since everybody loves that color so much when you see them.
Think, what's wrong with the pink? I keep want to say penguin. You want to say what's wrong with the flamingo if it's not pink?
Can you hear the noises they're making?
Yeah.
They're extremely vocal, especially she's absolutely in love with making really loud noises because she gets really excited.
Hey, buddy.
What's her name?
Jamaica. They named them all Caribbean, like Jamaica, Bermuda. They have 4 at the Dallas Zoo that they take out. It's so cute.
You have to be watching Kid TV right now. We'll be posting all of these photos on social media as well. But Al is just like the most startled
I like
person
animals.
I've ever seen with animal encounters.
I like
he does
animals.
love animals, but every time the animal comes near him, he just drops everything.
Well, you don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention that. Look at their legs. A lot of people think that their knees go backwards. When you see animals where their knees go backwards, that's actually not their knee. That's their ankle. Okay, so that means that from their ankle all the way down, that's like the whole middle part of their foot, and they're standing on their tippy toes. Anytime you see that, that's actually, that's their ankle, and their hip is up top.
So does he ever stand on that? Does he ever go down and sit?
Yeah.
Like,
he's doing the one leg thing.
They can sit all the way down, and when they sit on their mud huts, which are they make mud nests. They don't use rocks or leaves really any. They'll bend all the way down to sit on their eggs.
Stephanie Arne from Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
At wildkingdom.com.
Please share. Get it out there.
Web series launched yesterday, so they're ready to go.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Come back and see us again.
It's like selfish of me, but this
was fun.
It made my day. I love animals so much. It's so cool.
And go to kidnation.com later. We'll have pictures, and we'll post the video too, so you could actually see these beautiful animals. Stephanie,
thank you guys so much for your support. You guys rock.
We'll see you again soon.
How cool.
Yeah.